concluded that perpendicular lines have a special relationship with their slope. Not only are they opposite, but they're reciprocals. Okay, so what else do you notice about these pictures? Lucas is stretching. Let's focus on the parallel lines. Daniel, do you notice anything about the parallel lines? No? Alex?
They have the same slope.
They have the same slope. So this purple line still has a slope of 2/3 because, like you noticed, I kept it the same. Whoops. But this red line has a slope, of 2/3. Okay, Alex?
For the parallel lines, B is always different.
Yes. Okay. So, what you have gathered is that if we have parallel lines, we know the slopes are going to be the same. So whether you have a picture or not, parallel lines have the same slope. Whether you have a picture or not, perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocals. How much? Go ahead and get that student journal out for me and turn to page 88.
Thanks for the gun, Augie. Thanks for the gun.
Why is it?
Okay, so this is what I need you to write down so that in case you need to come back to it, it's there for you. I would like you to write that. You know what, we're going to make that thicker. Parallel lines have the same slope. Can you please write that for me?
Yes.
That parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. Find math words. Opposite, reciprocal.
Oh, wait. Dude, this is not fun. Hey, what does that mean?
Okay, so I am finally giving you an opportunity in geometry to be more algebra based than like picture and proof based, and I'm still getting complaints. Okay. You.
I didn't.
This isn't fun.
None of it.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Do you remember where you were yesterday, groups 1 through 8?
Yeah. I do fact.
What you're going to do, you are going to go, nope, not yet. Hang on to that thought.
Thank you.
Okay? Hi, I can't remember if this is not, okay. So, we're just gonna like, set our pencils down for a moment. Okay? And what I want you to do, I want you and your elbow partner to look at these 4 lines, A, B, C, and D, or if you would like to call them blue, red, green, purple. I want you to figure out are any of them parallel? Are any of them perpendicular? So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to make those decisions. Will I fix something real quick?
Red, green.
Oh, sorry. Red, purple, blue.
I don't think so. Well, if they're green and
No.
Yeah,
Purple is.
C, only
Purple is. Oh, wait. A and B are purple. I think it's. Purple and
Okay, I'm fixing this whiteboard and then we're going to talk about it.
Stop lying. Natalie.
She's out.
You're not.
Natalie. Natalie. I turned on my own gun. You had a nearly failed case yesterday.
Yeah,
Three bags and ice cream for Slick.
Natalie, I see the pack of gum. What?
Yo. Yo. Ollie said we're lying now.
Natalie. I would never lie.
Oh, you got a piece of gum.
You like
So you got.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
Eyes on you.
Oh, I didn't know that was like. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Augie, which lines are parallel?
Blue and red.
Blue and red. So what is the slope? Okay, so line A. What's the slope of line A here?
2.
Has a slope of 2. Do we agree with Augie that line A has a slope of 2? Okay. Line B has a slope of, oh, also 2. So those are parallel, right? Is A and B parallel to C? Okay. What is the slope of line C? 3/1. Okay. So now let's talk about line D. Nolan, what's the slope of line D?
Wait, no. 3/1. Wait. No, 1/3. Negative 1/3.
Okay, -1/3. So, Will, did you and Ty decide that we had perpendicular lines anywhere? Okay, C is perpendicular to D because these two slopes right here are opposite reciprocals. One positive is one is negative, and they are reciprocal. They're flipped from each other because this is like 3/1, right? So when we make it a reciprocal, it's 1/3. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go to the whiteboard you were at yesterday, and I want you to write me the y equals mx plus b equation. Here is the point, and we're parallel to this line. Cameron, I will have you join group 4. So you can be group 4 right behind you. Okay?
Move it up.
Are you using point slope form?
Is that how you do it or not?
That's a way to do it.
I don't know how to do slope.
You don't even have to find slope.
Dude, why did you just replace y and
They give it to you.
I know, but always.
Oh, shit.
Okay, minus.
That is not a straight.
Why are you graphing?
Minus 3. Okay, now watch. Don't stop. I swear there's a way you like 30 points.
The water intercept is minus 3 over up. Wait, no.
I cannot drop it.
Yeah, you gotta do.
Oh, wait. The only thing that changes is B from last year.
I don't know what she's doing.
No, because you have -1.
So look.
So it's gonna go up 2. Is that negative?
With the
So
slope.
plus 2. Minus
No, it's -2. It's -2 because look, you have.
No, because they turned into a positive. So that'd be 2.
I know.
-1.
So those pants.
Add the 1 right here. That'd be 0.
Yeah, that's the sticker.
Okay, then it'd be +3.
No.
Hey, dude.
You're out of this
times
world.
Oh, 2. So they should be plus
Yeah, but they took the -3 for some reason. See, I told you.
Can you just change the line on this slope and just go up?
Yes, but I want it to go through negative.
What about the -3?
Okay, now
I got this. I got this.
Visuals?
You don't do anything.
Wait, how is 3?
Oh, wait, +2.
No.
Yes, you add the 1.
It's negative.
Add the 1 and get
It's
1.
zero.
I don't know how you got -1.
They did this last year.
It's supposed to be -3. That's what the answer is.
So it's always going to be y equals 2x. And it's going to be like
I know what I'm doing, Austin.
It's minus 5.
All right, back to your seats.
Wait, is there an basement?
Yo, Cole, can I get some gum?
Okay, so what you're gonna do, when you get to your seat, you're gonna turn in your folder to page 9. All right, so I am seeing many answers of y equals 2x plus 3. Okay? I had some people get their answers graphically. I had some people get their answers algebraically. So let's talk about what we know. We know that we're going through the coordinate -1, 1. Right? All right. So some of you, and I get it, some of you graphed -1, 1 right there. Okay? What else do we know about this line? Micah.
The slope is 2 up 1 over 2.
So we know that the slope is 2 because parallel slopes are.
Yeah, that's -1, -1.
Oh, so you are paying attention.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you. Is that better? Okay. So we know that our line has to have the same slope since we're parallel. Okay. So now it was a matter of, there were some very interesting ways that people got to their conclusion. So some of you counted up to over 1 and was like, ooh, hey, my y-intercept's 3. Okay? What if your y-intercept is not an integer? This isn't going to help. We can't always rely on the graph because sometimes we don't have a nice integer y-intercept. So let's talk about the algebra for those times, okay? If we want y equals mx plus b, here we have our coordinate, here we have our slope, okay? So I saw group number 5 plug 1 in for y, -1 in for x, my slope is 2, so they figured out that b was 3, which meant y equals 2x plus 3. Oh, he is not here today. Okay. The one person that's not here today. Because he left it here yesterday. Now, I saw somebody else use point slope form. Okay? Point slope form. is y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. So the person that remembered point slope form over here on group 8 said y minus 1 equals slope times x minus negative 1. X minus negative 1. Okay, so I have y minus 1 equals 2x plus 2, and that's how they got y equals 2x plus 3. Okay, maybe you really like this algebraic method. Maybe you really like this algebraic method. I know Miss Fanchulo taught you both ways. I'll be flexible. Okay. What? You're gonna have to deal with it. You read my mind, Conway Ellison. Okay. Okay. Now, what I want you to do first is you and your elbow partner, I would like you to figure out only what our slope is for our new line. Take this information, so this is page 10. I want you to figure out what the slope is for our new line. I will give you 1 minute.
Hockey and cold.
Y equals negative 2x plus 2. Is that it?
Hockey and cold. 1 second.
That's it, right?
We can make it perpendicular. You can make it perpendicular. Locked in, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, because you can plug in the points.
All right. We have a coordinate of 2, 3. What's the slope of our new line, Derek? Derek says 1/2.
Yes.
I don't see a 1/2 in that equation. Okay, so Augie, what's the first thing you did with this equation to help you?
I minus 2x to the other side.
Okay, so Augie said he subtracted 2x over here. Ty, why is that helpful? Ty, why? Now we're in slope-intercept form, okay? Lucas, what is the slope of the line that they gave us?
Negative 2.
So now that it's in slope-intercept form, we see our slope is negative 2. Lucas, how did we go from negative 2 to 1/2?
Since it's negative, you have to make it positive, and then you flip the 1 into 2.
Okay, we need opposite reciprocal slope. Okay, so now we have a coordinate of 2, 3, a slope of 1/2. Write me the equation of our line. If you haven't already, because you got really excited about it.
Oh yeah, I got really excited.
Okay, check in with your table. What are you getting?
Did I hear that right?
1/2x plus 7.
Plus 7? Plus 2.
I
I got plus 2. No, because they're perpendicular.
You do not know what you did wrong.
Also, then you
All right, I just heard 3 different numbers for our plus b. Okay, I'm hearing 2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Minus 2. Plus 2. Okay. Raise your hand if you used sloped intercept form and found the b. Raise your hand if you did point slope form and solved. Raise your hand if you didn't do any algebra. How'd you do it, Austin?
I didn't raise my hand.
Some people were thinking about the graphs, and that's why I said not algebra. Okay, so if y equals mx plus b, and we know that our slope is 1/2, x is 2, when y is 3, we get 3 equals 1 plus b, so b is 2. So I think the people with y equals 1/2 x plus 2 were correct.
I got it wrong because I got it.
Skradsky. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Last one. We're gonna do this.
I was really just laughing. Shit, it didn't work.
Okay. Here we go. I want to find the distance from a point to a line. So let's go ahead and graph y equals, and you know what, when I printed this, that looks bad. Y equals negative x plus 3. Maybe rewrite it like that so it's all together. It like went down to the next line. Do you see what I'm saying there? Okay. I just looked at the answer and I already forgot. You might be right. Okay. Now, yes, you were right, Alex. Okay, so let's talk about how do we graph this line. What do we graph first? The y-intercept is 3. And we're going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. There is our line. Why did it go down 1 over 1? Okay, negative 1 over 1 is my slope. Okay, our slope was negative 1. If it's not a fraction, put it over 1. Okay, so down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, that was fun. Down 1 over 1. Okay, now here is our point in question, 1, 0. Okay, now when I'm talking about distance, okay, am I going to find the distance from here to the purple line here? No. Or here, or here, or here, or here? What?
Perpendicular. Right there.
Oh, why perpendicular?
Because the straightest line is because it is the closest.
Ooh, perpendicular is the closest. Do you buy it?
No, sure. No.
Yes.
Because the wires.
So you're saying I should go to here? You saying I should go here? It's just 2 away? Okay, we need, okay, so distance. We need that perpendicular relationship because that is the quickest, okay? So if I want that perpendicular relationship, I am going to take this point right here, and what slope do I need to count, Micah? Okay, so here's the slope of the purple line. Let's talk about its opposite reciprocal. 1, okay. So we need to count our perpendicular slope of positive 1 over 1. So up 1. Oh.
It's right there, right there.
I need that distance right there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find the distance between the coordinate 1, 0 and the coordinate 2, 1. It's a good thing we know how to do that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa, Alex. Oh, let's go. No, you're gone.
Hey, why are middle schoolers obsessed with gum?
Yeah, Augie. Why would you give me your gum, Augie?
I did, thank you. Okay, so reminder, this is your distance formula.
Does it matter which one's X2 and X1?
Conway has a question. Does it matter which one is X2 and which one is X1?
No, as long as the other one is used.
It does not matter because we're squaring it. And so whether it's a positive or a negative, like if you switch it, we're going to square it and get the same number. So it does not matter. Okay. So we are going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 minus 1 squared and 1 minus 0 squared. It's 2? Somebody is saying square root of 2. Are you good with that? Okay. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's the easiest math we know, which is approximately.
Wait, it's the square root of 4. We can just leave it at that though, right?
How's the square root of 4?
This is 1 squared. This is 1 squared. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Whoever was arguing with me. The square root of 2 is a really important number when you get to pre-calculus. So it's just something that.
Because she knows it. Square root of 2. 1.7.
Well, it's an irrational number. It goes on forever.
Like 1.4.1.
It's square root of 2 times square root of 2 equals 2. Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. So